Hey, fellow thinkers, welcome back to our philosophical roller coaster, where we dissect movies like a surgeon dissects frogs in biology class. Today, we're unearthing the deep thoughts behind Just Mercy, a film that hits harder than your morning coffee. So grab your thinking caps and a side of popcorn, because we're about to dive into the world of justice, human rights, and a sprinkle of resistance. But before we get all Socrates on it, don't forget to hit subscribe, because who doesn't want more brain food? Now, let's get into it. Howdy, your cinematic philosopher companion, and today we're not just watching a movie, we're decoding it. Just Mercy isn't your typical courtroom drama. It's a philosophical feast, and we're here to unwrap it like a birthday present. But enough chit-chat, let's roll the intellectual red carpet and step into the mind-bending world of justice, served Just Mercy style. Alright, let's dive straight into the heart of the matter, justice and the unwavering fight against injustice. In Just Mercy, follow the footsteps of Bryan Stevenson, a real-life superhero in a suit. Now, why is this guy so special? Well, he's not out there battling aliens or swinging from skyscrapers, but he is fighting a different kind of villain, a broken justice system. Bryan Stevenson, played by the charismatic Michael B. Jordan, isn't your average lawyer. He's a crusader for justice, a legal maverick on a mission to challenge the status quo. Picture this, a Harvard Law graduate willingly diving into the trenches of the Deep South to represent those society has conveniently forgotten. Now, that's what I call commitment. In the grand symphony of societal change, Bryan Stevenson emerges as a maestro, conducting his baton, not in concert halls, but within the hallowed halls of justice. Picture this, a Harvard Law graduate trading the allure of corporate law for the dusty shelves of prison libraries. Michael B. Jordan steps into the shoes of this modern-day crusader, illustrating that heroism isn't always adorned in capes. Sometimes it wears a suit and wields a briefcase. Stevenson, armed with education and empathy, founded the Equal Justice Initiative, a testament that one person can be a catalyst for change. The courtroom becomes his battlefield, and the cases he chooses are not just legal battles, they are moral imperatives. His dedication isn't confined to winning cases. It's a relentless pursuit of justice that transcends the boundaries of race and class. Just Mercy isn't a fictional tale of heroism. It's a cinematic testimony to the real-world impact one individual can make. In the words of Stevenson himself, proximity has taught me some basic and humbling truths, including this vital lesson. Each of us is more than the worst thing we've ever done. Now let's zoom in further and unravel the philosophical threads of justice in Stevenson's relentless pursuit. Stay with me, because this is where it gets intriguing. But let's not just gush about Stevenson. Let's dissect the philosophy behind it. Justice, my friends, isn't just a word thrown around in courtrooms. It's the beating heart of every society. In Just Mercy, we see a gripping portrayal of how justice isn't always blind. Sometimes it needs a guiding hand. Now that we've met the maestro behind the legal symphony, let's unravel the intricate philosophical threads woven into the very fabric of Just Mercy. At its core, this film is a meditation on justice, more than a mere concept. It's a living, breathing entity that pulsates through the veins of society. Justice, often depicted as a blindfolded figure holding scales, is meant to be impartial. However, Just Mercy challenges us to question whether our justice system truly embodies this ideal. Does it cater to everyone equally, or are some voices drowned out in the legal cacophony? Stevenson, in his pursuit, forces us to confront the uncomfortable reality that justice isn't a one-size-fits-all garment. It requires tailoring, nuance, and an unwavering commitment to fairness. The film acts as a philosophical mirror, reflecting our collective responsibility to ensure justice is not a distant ideal, but a lived experience. In the words of Stevenson, the true measure of our character is how we treat the poor, the disfavored, the accused, the incarcerated, and the condemned. As we continue our exploration, we'll delve deeper into the struggle for true justice within the gripping narrative of Just Mercy. Stick around, because this philosophical journey is just getting started. Peeling back the layers, we witness the struggle for true justice, justice that transcends legal technicalities and speaks to the core of human rights. Just Mercy forces us to question the very essence of our legal system. Are we delivering justice, or are we just playing legal hopscotch? As we navigate the labyrinth of philosophical musings in Just Mercy, the spotlight now shifts to the pulsating core of the narrative, the relentless struggle for true justice. Beyond the courtroom drama, we witness a poignant portrayal of a battle that extends beyond legal technicalities. In the film, each legal battle is not just about winning a case, it's a skirmish in the larger war against systemic injustices. The struggle is visceral, echoing the real-world challenges faced by those unfairly treated within the legal system. Just Mercy compels us to question, are we truly delivering justice, or are we merely engaged in a legal charade? The faces of those ensnared by an unforgiving system reflect the harsh reality that justice, as experienced by some, is a far cry from the ideal. Just Mercy urges us to confront the uncomfortable truth that our legal system can become an instrument of oppression, if not wielded with utmost care. In the words of Stevenson, the power of just mercy is that it belongs to the undeserving. It's when mercy is least expected that it's most potent, strong enough to break the cycle of victimhood and victimizer. As we peel back the layers of this profound narrative, we'll now explore the ethical choices and philosophies that drive Stevenson's Crusade. Stay tuned, because the philosophical tapestry of Just Mercy is as intricate as it is thought-provoking. And here's where it gets juicy philosophically. Stevenson's approach isn't just about winning cases, it's about redefining ethics in action. It's about recognizing the humanity in every individual, even though society is deemed unworthy. Now, that's a philosophy I'd hang on my wall. As we navigate the labyrinth of injustice, one man emerges as a beacon of ethical fortitude: Bryan Stevenson. His philosophy extends beyond the courtroom, transcending legal technicalities to touch the very essence of human rights and ethics in action. Stevenson's approach isn't just about winning cases, it's a paradigm shift in how we perceive justice. It's about recognizing the humanity in every individual, even though society has deemed unworthy. His ethical choices serve as a compass guiding us through the moral landscape of Just Mercy. We witness Stevenson confronting ethical dilemmas head-on, refusing to succumb to the pressures of an unforgiving system. Just Mercy challenges us to reflect on our own ethical stance. When faced with adversity, do we compromise our principles or stand firm in a pursuit of justice? In the words of Stevenson, our response to injustice reveals the depth of our character. His ethical stand isn't just a professional choice, it's a testament to the profound impact one person can have when guided by unwavering principles. As we conclude this chapter on Stevenson's ethical odyssey, the philosophical journey within Just Mercy is far from over. Join me in the next segment as we unravel the intricate web of human rights embedded in this cinematic masterpiece. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. So, buckle up, because in the next chapter, we're unraveling the intricate web of human rights within the gripping narrative of Just Mercy. Stay tuned, thinkers. Deep thinkers, in this act of our cinematic exploration, we ventured into the profound echoes of human rights within the narrative tapestry of Just Mercy. Picture this, a symphony of struggle, resilience, and the unwavering pursuit of what it means to be inherently human. In the heart of this cinematic masterpiece, the theme of human rights reverberates like a haunting melody. The characters, confined by both physical and systemic walls, echo the fundamental question: what does it mean to have rights when the very system designed to protect them becomes the oppressor? Bryan Stevenson, our legal maestro, steps onto this stage not just as a lawyer, but as a conductor orchestrating a movement for justice. The film beautifully portrays this stark contrast between legal technicalities and the profound human cost of those entangled within the web of a flawed system. As we delve into the philosophical abyss, we find ourselves grappling with the essence of humanity. Just Mercy challenges us to confront the uncomfortable truth that human rights, often taken for granted, can be as fragile as a spider's silk in the face of institutional injustice. Stevenson's journey becomes a pilgrimage for the restoration of human dignity. It's not just about winning cases, it's about mending the fractures in the moral backbone of society, one case at a time. The film whispers to our conscience, asking us to ponder, can justice truly exist when basic human rights are trampled upon? As we navigate these corridors of legal intricacy and human struggle, Just Mercy challenges us to redefine our understanding of rights beyond a legal framework. It beckons us to recognize the symphony of shared humanity, where every note, every life, deserves the right to be heard. Stay with us as we unravel more layers of philosophical brilliance. Next up, we'll dive into the very soul of our protagonist, Bryan Stevenson, and explore the philosophical fabric that weaves his character together. Hit that subscribe button if you're on this intellectual journey with us. Until then, let the echoes of human rights resonate within you. Thinkers, in this chapter of our philosophical expedition into Just Mercy, we're diving headfirst into the intellectual labyrinth that is Bryan Stevenson's ethical framework. Picture this, a courtroom not just as a battleground for legalities, but as an arena where ethics takes center stage. Now let's talk philosophy. Stevenson, portrayed by the exceptional Michael B. Jordan, isn't just a lawyer, he's a philosopher donning a legal robe. His ethical compass is the North Star guiding him through the murky waters of a justice system that often forgets the just part. Stevenson's journey isn't just about winning cases, it's a pilgrimage of ethical responsibility. The film weaves a narrative that challenges the very essence of right and wrong, forcing us to confront the uncomfortable questions that echo in the hallowed halls of justice. As Stevenson navigates the legal minefield, we witnessed a philosophical tightrope walk, balancing the scales of justice while grappling with the moral weight of his decisions. It's a dance between pragmatism and idealism, where every legal victory is tinged with the ethical responsibility of reshaping a broken system. The philosophical brilliance here lies in Stevenson's refusal to be a passive participant in a flawed system. He becomes a moral architect, reconstructing the pillars of justice with bricks of empathy, compassion, and an unwavering belief in the sanctity of human life. As we unravel the ethical odyssey of Bryan Stevenson, Just Mercy becomes a testament to the transformative power of one individual's commitment to justice. It challenges us to reflect on our own ethical compass and question the moral fabric that binds our society. Stay tuned, because in our next act, we'll unveil the symbolic tapestry woven by the filmmakers, the hidden gems of cinematography and symbolism that add a layer of depth to Just Mercy. Hit that like button if you're diving into the philosophical deep end with us. Until then, ponder on the ethical quandaries of your own journey. Seekers of cinematic wisdom, in this segment, we're turning our gaze to the visual poetry that elevates Just Mercy from a legal drama to a symphony of symbolism and masterful cinematography. Prepare to have your minds visually tantalized. Now let's talk symbolism. Just Mercy isn't just a story, it's a visual poem that speaks volumes without uttering a word. Picture this, every frame, every shadow, and every lingering shot is a brushstroke on the canvas of justice. Take, for example, the recurring motif of prison bars, a stark reminder of the invisible chains that bind the innocent. It's a visual metaphor that echoes the philosophical question, what does it mean to be free in a system that thrives on inequality? But it doesn't stop there. The cinematography in Just Mercy is a character in itself. The play of light and shadow mirrors the moral complexity of the legal battles waged by Stevenson. It's a dance of contrasts, illumination in the darkest corners of the system. And let's not forget the symbolism of the legal library. The towering shelves of knowledge represent both the weapon and shield in the fight for justice. It's a homage to the philosophical giants whose words echo in the courtroom, shaping the destiny of the accused. Now, let's delve into the power of color. Notice the strategic use of muted tones in scenes of injustice, juxtaposed with vibrant hues in moments of triumph. It's a visual commentary on the emotional spectrum within the pursuit of justice. As we unravel these visual metaphors, Just Mercy becomes a canvas where filmmakers paint a poignant narrative that transcends words. It challenges us to read between the frames and invites us to ponder the profound questions woven into the fabric of every visual masterpiece. Stay tuned, because in our final act, we'll bring it all together, summing up the philosophical symphony that Just Mercy orchestrates. Hit that subscribe button if you're relishing this visual feast with us. Until then, let the symbolism linger in your thoughts like a captivating cliffhanger. Fellow thinkers, in this pivotal act, we unravel the philosophical DNA of our protagonist, Bryan Stevenson. Strap in, because we're about to dissect the very essence of a man who doesn't just practice law, he breathes life into justice. Bryan Stevenson isn't your run-of-the-mill lawyer. He's a philosopher draped in a legal robe, a man whose convictions extend far beyond the confines of a courtroom. Picture this, Stevenson as the embodiment of ethical fortitude, a beacon in a sea of moral ambiguity. As we journey through the corridors of Just Mercy, Stevenson's character becomes a philosophical compass, pointing north in a world where justice often loses its way. His commitment to the principles of fairness and compassion is a testament to the transformative power of philosophy in action. But what makes Stevenson's character truly resonate? It's his ability to humanize the law. He doesn't just see cases, he sees people, lives, and stories. In doing so, Just Mercy invites us to question the dehumanizing nature of a legal system that sometimes forgets the faces behind the verdicts. Now let's talk about Stevenson's resilience. In the face of adversity, he stands firm like a philosophical colossus, challenging the very foundations of a system that perpetuates injustice. It's a reminder that philosophy isn't just a subject, it's a way of life, a guiding force in the pursuit of a more just society. As we bid farewell to our exploration of just mercy, let Stevenson's character linger in your thoughts. He's not just a character in a film, he's an archetype of the philosopher warrior, armed with ideas and ideals that cut through the noise of injustice. Stay with us as we reach the crescendo of our philosophical journey, our conclusion. Hit that like button if Stevenson's character has left an indelible mark on your philosophical radar. Until then, let the essence of a philosopher's spirit guide your reflections. My fellow philosophical wanderers, as we draw the curtain on our exploration of just mercy, it's time to weave together the threads of justice, human rights, ethics, symbolism, and the indomitable spirit of Bryan Stevenson. Consider this the grand finale of our cinematic symphony. In this tapestry of storytelling, Just Mercy emerges not merely as a film, but as a philosophical overture that echoes through the corridors of our conscience. It challenges us to confront the uncomfortable truths lurking beneath the surface of our legal and ethical landscapes. From the pursuit of justice to the symphony of human rights, the ethical odyssey of Bryan Stevenson, and the visual poetry of symbolism, every element converges to create a masterpiece that transcends the confines of the silver screen. As we reflect on the cinematic alchemy that unfolds before our eyes, Just Mercy becomes a call to action. It urges us to be architects of change, ethical warriors who, like Stevenson, refuse to be silent in the face of injustice. It's an invitation to carry the torch of philosophy into the darkest corners of society. So, my fellow thinkers, let the resonance of Just Mercy linger in your thoughts. Share your reflections in the comments below. What philosophical gems did you uncover in this journey? And before we part ways, hit that subscribe button because our philosophical explorations have just begun. As we navigate the vast landscape of cinema, philosophy, and the human spirit, remember, the quest for justice is not a destination, it's a perpetual journey. Until our next expedition into the realms of thought, keep pondering, keep questioning, and may the spirit of Just Mercy guide you on your own philosophical odyssey. Thank you for joining us on this profound journey. Until next time, stay philosophical, stay curious, and stay just.